Hello and welcome to Monkey Business. This is Monkey Business for February 1st, 2013. And in today's afternoon coffee newser, we have two quick news items on Zoetis' initial public offering or IPO, and a purchase by insurer MetLife, a general market and economic snapshot, and then on to the Super Bowl. Firstly, and several media outlets are reporting on the same topics, so feel free to catch up on detailed info in the info box. The U.S. Labor Department reported today that the U.S. economy added 157,000 jobs in January 2013. And secondly, stock market index, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, climbed above the 14,000 mark today for the first time since 2007. The Dow is among the most closely monitored U.S. benchmark indices tracking stock market activity, consisting of 30 major U.S. companies, including Boeing, Coca-Cola, Walmart, Walt Disney, ExxonMobil, Johnson & Johnson, and General Electric, among others. There are plenty of links for related reading in the info box, so feel free to browse some of the more in-depth figures. And two quick news hits, one for Zoetis, formerly the animal healthcare unit of pharma giant Pfizer. The company priced its initial public offering of 86,100,000 shares of its Class A common stock at $26 per share. The shares started trading today, February 1st, 2013, on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol ZTS. The company raised $2.2 billion in its initial public offering, and by midday Eastern Standard Time, shares were trading in the $30 range. The company debut is the largest IPO from a U.S. company this year. And another quick news item today, insurance company MetLife will buy AFP Provida S.A., the largest private pension fund administrator in Chile, for $2 billion. With this acquisition, says MetLife CEO Stephen Kandarian, MetLife is delivering on a key component of our strategy, expanding our presence in emerging markets. MetLife reports on fourth quarter 2012 earnings on February 13, 2013. And now on to the main part of the show. This will be a lively weekend for U.S. football fans as they gear up for this Sunday's Super Bowl on February 3, 2013. But it's also likely to be a lively weekend for retailers. According to a survey by consumer trends pollster Big Insight for the Retail Advertising and Marketing Association, a division of the National Retail Federation, more than 179.1 million people will watch the game, the most in the survey's 9-year history. The average game watcher will spend nearly $70 on items for viewing parties. The survey found that nearly 3/4 of those watching the game will buy pizza, chicken wings, soda, beer, chips, or other snacks for themselves or their guests. 17 million fans report plans to buy team apparel or accessories to support their team. That's up from 14.8 million last year. Finally, of those planning to watch the Super Bowl, more than 7.5 million households report plans to buy a new television compared to 5.1 million last year. Total Super Bowl spending is expected to reach nearly $12.3 billion according to the firm. And over to Marcel for Nearly News. Take it away, Marcel.
And who is this little fellow? The world's tiniest investor? No, the investor baby is featured in an ad spot by online stock trading services company E-Trade, airing during the Super Bowl on February 3rd, 2013. The annual Super Bowl is a major sports event for fans of U.S. football, and so commercial airtime during the event broadcast comes with a huge price tag. For massive sports fans interested in U.S. football trivia, feel free to browse the info box for 47 facts about Super Bowl XLVII. Otherwise, let's take a look at some other numbers. Advertising Trends magazine Ad Age reports that broadcaster CBS has essentially sold out its ad inventory for its upcoming broadcast of Super Bowl XLVII, with prices for airtime running between $3.7 million and $3.8 million for 30-second ad spots, according to ad buyers. The ad rate is so steep that automaker General Motors, historically one of the biggest Super Bowl advertisers, has already said it won't buy airtime this year. But automakers Audi, Mercedes-Benz, and Hyundai, electronics retailer Best Buy, and beverage manufacturers Coca-Cola and Pepsi, on the other hand, have all snapped up spots this year. For a preview of some of the commercials airing this Sunday, just browse the links in the info box. In the meantime, here's a link to the spot for the E-Trade Fellow. Not because he's a squad of various persons in bikinis or cross-dressing men or driving down a highway with things exploding all around, no. But merely because of all the ad spot personalities, he's the most entertaining. And his 30-second storyline is the least ridiculous. Well, relatively.
I like the Super Bowl, You? You don't like U.S. football. You don't even like sports.
Yes, but Super Bowl is my favorite sports event this weekend. Unless there's special broadcasting of fencing, or la la la, whoosh, en garde. No?
Okay. But why?
Because snacks magically appear.
That's true.
But mostly because I can sit and not have to do anything. They're all running on the screen in some direction, maybe that way, and in the stands, helpful people encourage them by yelling directions, go, run, go, and then at home everybody jumps around and makes a spectacle for free. You can picture it, no?
Yeah, sure, I can. Do you know the game?
Well, I know there's a quarterback and a running back. I don't know what they do. Maybe someone throws the ball to someone and then he's running back. And the quarterback, maybe he's lazy or has a hangover, so he can only run back a quarter of the way.
No? No. That's not totally how it works.
To be frank, when I see the big screen, there seem to be a lot of people, but I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Then why watch?
Food magically appears. But mostly I like the fact I don't have to run anywhere.
And that's today's monkey business. Take care, folks. It's a jungle out there. Hey, Marcel, come on. Come on, late night, so the crew's going to have a game on in the lounge on the big screen. We're going to have some pizza and soda on in a few minutes. Kick off in 10.
I have a few calls to make, but I'll be there as soon as I can. No worries, there's a monitor on set if I miss the first half. I can watch from here, catch up later.
Okay, see you in a few.
Hey, that's not your ball. Boss, they've got it now. Run! Run, run! Oh la la. Oh. It's very exciting, no? Run like the wind! Run! Oh. Okay, run back. What the hell, Mary? What is the Team Catholic? I don't see the Pope. But they have the Pope in football. What position does it play? Fly like the wind. Those were pretty good, what are they called? Buffalo wings. Buffalo. They have wings. Are you sure? I don't know. A lot of beer, you know. Throw it, throw. I've got it. Just hurry up, you know. Just kick over here. I'm going wide, long, somewhere. Go, throw the ball. Just throw the ball. Kick something with the ball, you know, guy. I'm over here.
Hey, Marcel, you okay? Buddy. Hey, is he okay? Hey, buddy, you alright?
I'm okay. Oh, I'm fine. Whoa. Oh. Happy Super Bowl, everyone. Oh la la. Fly like the wind.